everyone, and welcome to the very first ever Supercross Rider Roundtable presented by Discount Tires. Hope everyone is doing well and staying safe and healthy during these trying times regarding the COVID-19 pandemic. First of all, I want to thank all you guys for coming on. I know I'm excited. I'm sure your fans are going to be really pumped to hear what you got going on and what's been happening and all that fun stuff. So we're going to do a little roundtable here. We're going to have some fun with it. Like we talked on before we started recording, you guys are welcome to bust me if you want to. I got thick skin, but nevertheless, it's so comforting to see all you guys, and we're excited. So I'm going to start with Eli, since you're the series champ. We talked a little bit earlier. You're in Colorado, kind of hanging out. Have you been able to use this time as many off seasons? Have there been anything you've been able to do that you normally wouldn't be able to do?
You know, right now, this is just such a weird time. I mean, you know, in the beginning, yeah, we took a little bit of time off, and, you know, we've been doing a little bit of riding. You know, I've been working on my property a little bit. It's actually been a perfect time for me and Jess to get our baby stuff going, getting that ready. You know, that's, you know, we've got the little one coming here in about 3 weeks. So, you know, that's been huge for us. That's the one thing that's come positive out of all this situation, is like we've been having time to get ready for the baby. So exciting that way, but, you know, just really trying to find like direction right now. It's so weird, you know, like not having that certain date out there for us on when we're going to go racing I think is catching everyone off guard.
Yeah, totally. It's like, man, what's happening? You can't schedule things, but first and foremost, congratulations on your little one coming. I can tell you, you're going to really find a lot of joy and fulfillment in your life. That's fantastic. And we're all hoping and praying that everything goes well and safe, but man, exciting times, man. That's awesome. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Yeah, Kenny, let's see here. You had a great season. You've won 3 races. The first one came second round, St. Louis. That was definitely a fantastic ride. It was special I think for a lot of us to watch it. You've been through heck and back for sure. But I just want to know if getting that first win, since all your injuries and all the stuff we don't really like to talk about anymore, do you think that that's helped you be better and be in the position that you're in as far as where you're at in the championship this season?
Yeah, I think for sure that first win, once I had it on my belt, I mean, I've led quite a few laps beforehand, but never actually got it done. But the good thing was that the feeling just felt familiar being up there, and that's ultimately what helped me getting the first win too. But after that was done, you know, the next race that I led or whatever, it was just, it felt just like kind of like a repeat in a way. Just I'm comfortable. I was comfortable being up there, and it just felt familiar. So I think just getting that one out of the way. I mean, it's not like I have a lot of race wins, but at the same time, you know, 3 is better than nothing. And we were just on a good way in general, just being consistent. You know, never mind just the winning side of things, but we were pretty consistent throughout the year. A couple of races that weren't that great, but yeah, I was happy with where I was at.
Yeah, that was great. It was a fantastic win, fun to watch. It's thanks for that insight. Moving on, Cooper. First off, dude, how are you feeling from Dallas? And I think what a lot of people want to know, are you back to 100% from that crash?
Yeah, all good. I mean, obviously, like you said, Dallas wasn't ideal, so it kind of worked out with this little bit of a break to let the body heal and recover from that. But yeah, as of right now, feeling 100%. Haven't really done too much riding since all this kind of happened, but just playing it by ear. But yeah, definitely feeling back to normal, and yeah, ready to go whenever we get going.
Awesome. That's great to hear. Glad you're feeling better. Justin, we're going to move on to you. It's been a good season for you this far. You've been keeping yourself in the championship battle, hanging in there by a thread, but all up in the mix. You've been pretty outspoken about the improvement that the Monster Energy Yamaha team has made for your bike and making you comfortable. And are there any other attributes other than just the bike improvements that has given you these great results and where you're at in the series so far?
Not too much really. I think I've definitely been a smarter racer a little bit, which is, obviously good. Not so, I haven't thrown away any races really. I had one bad race that I wasn't that happy about, but other than that, the consistency was there. I put in a lot of work before the season with the team, so that was, obviously showed a lot. The last few races before all this happened, I wasn't stoked. I was kind of looking for something there to, find that next level, and never really found it. So I was still really consistent in there, but I really needed to take those races and turn them into wins, and I wasn't really able to do that. So, other than that, super happy. The consistency was obviously awesome. I was definitely proud of, all the people around me, and we were working hard, and, then this kind of happened. So it's definitely strange going from, being full wide open in that race pace zone to not knowing really what to do. So it's been definitely quite a change from racing every weekend and traveling.
Gotcha. Jason, thanks for joining us. But you're fifth in points. You've been on the podium 3 times this season: St. Louis, Glendale, Arlington. How would you feel your season has gone so far? And are you content with your results?
Yeah, I don't think that I'm very content as far as the first few, half of the season went, but I feel like it kind of was trying to get back in there, but I feel like speed wise and in everything, I was a little bit off of, the front 2 guys or front 3 guys. But I was looking forward to, making improvements. But, I feel like I had some flashes of brilliance there, some of the races, but all in all, I want to be better. So it's not really where I want it to be, but at the same time, just trying to be better. And this is crazy, but hopefully we'll get back to it here pretty soon.
Right, no doubt. Eli, coming to you. What was your initial reaction when you heard that Supercross was going to be postponed? Like right when you and Kenny are in one of the most intense championship battles that I've ever witnessed.
Really, it's general shock. And we were in the Denver airport on our way to Indy when we got the news, like between the connector flight.
Oh, really?
And you're like looking at your phone and your text, and you're just like, man, this is real now. This is when everything was going down. I think at that time, 1 or 2 other cities, were getting shut down, or 1 or 2 other states. And you kind of knew it was coming for just our event sizes. So, you knew it was coming, right? But then for it to actually happen to you, it's like, wow, it really hits you. So, when you go to the point standings, it's a bummer for both of us because it's a bummer for everyone. Like there's unfinished business. So that's where you have to leave it.
Yeah, for sure. Kenny, how have you handled this downtime? Have you been able to use it as a little break, knowing that there's going to be a lot of racing when you guys get back to it? There's going to be a lot of racing with the Motocross Nationals, and then of course getting back in and continuing on with the Supercross Championship. What have you done during this time off, and how have you used it?
Yeah, I've for sure taken some time off, but at the same time, I stayed healthy. I was working out here and there, just trying to keep everything up, but at the same time, don't feel like I have to. Like I wasn't necessarily on an absolute strict regimen. I kind of like, certain weeks I tested my body where I did more, and then I kind of just took some time off again, just trying to find a happy balance. Because it seems like from week to week, or as of right now at least, we're getting different news, and I think it's most likely probably going to change again. But I have taken this downtime and worked. I'm on Eli's program. I worked a lot in the yard, and we have a flipper house that we're doing, or that my wife's doing anyways. And so I've helped quite a bit there with stuff, and I can tell you I'm not made out for the regular job. You know what I mean? Oh, I was hating life sometimes, but
so you're not going to be a handyman anytime soon?
Man, I want to focus on that stuff once I'm retired. Right now, it's like I go out there all day, like I'll do one thing and then I'll be fried for the next day, and I'm just over the whole side of or over the fact that, having to paint a dock for the whole day in the heat and whatnot. But I definitely prefer, as tough as it gets sometimes, racing and practicing and training, but I'm so used to it now that that's definitely my way to go. But there were for sure a couple of days where I had my head on the blanket because I did not know what to do with myself, since I feel like 85-90% of my life has been racing and training and riding and all this kind of thing, all those things, and it just came to a dead stop. So there were for sure a couple of difficult days where I just really didn't know what to do with myself, because it's not like you can live a normal life and go out to dinner and catch up with friends and do all this stuff. You're more so stuck at home, which is obviously for everybody, but Other than that, though, it sucks that this thing is health related, but trying to look at the good side of things of this whole thing too, and take some downtime and kind of just, do things that maybe are not motor related.
Right. Cooper, it was a pretty slow start for you in regards to how the season started and where you left off last year when you won your Supercross championship. I think most would probably say that this break is probably a blessing for you. Do you feel the same way? And during this time, have you been able to work out some things, whether it has been with yourself? Obviously, you wanted to get 100% from Dallas, but if there's underlying issues with the bike, what are your feelings on this?
Yeah, it's a weird thing. We've raced all for a long time, and this is the first time anything like this happened. We're used to, hammering away at this time, and to have a break right now is definitely weird. But it's been beneficial for me to let my body heal and take a little break, and mainly just get reset. Obviously, now it sounds like motocross is the next step, but I mean, things are changing, seems like weekly. So it'll be interesting to see how we end up going from here, but it'll definitely be a different approach. I mean, it's I'm not, right there in the hunt like Eli and Kenny. So it'll be a little bit different approach for me, I'm sure. But, it did happen at a good time for me in this point of the season.
Right. JB, how about you? Have you been able to do anything that you normally wouldn't have done in a time like this? I know you were out mountain biking. I saw you last weekend. You didn't even wave. You went by the other way. I know, but what have you been doing with your time other than riding? Have you used it for an off season?
Yeah, it's been like everyone kind of said, took a little break in the beginning, took a week off, and then did a hard block of training on the bicycle and things like that. Doing a little bit of moto, been trying to have a little fun, doing some whips and some funny videos, just trying to keep it light a little bit. Definitely got to spend more time with my mom and dad, which was cool. I don't really, you don't really, when you're in the season doing your training and riding, you really lose the family time a little bit sometimes. So it's been cool to, just be at the track a little bit, do things around there, change the layout of the outdoors a little bit, just kind of, nothing really different, but I do have more time to do, things that I like to do, like work on the track and spend some time with my family. And my dogs are stoked. I think they're like, what's going on? This guy won't leave the house all the time. So they're probably enjoying it. Once we go back to racing, they're going to be probably like, what the hell, where's this guy go? But no, yeah, just training, staying safe, staying healthy. I've been 100% all year, which is awesome for me. I don't remember the last time I was 100% all year. So that's a nice place to be. Definitely ready to get back to it though, and definitely ready to test some outdoors and I think outdoors is going to be the first thing. Obviously, that's all what we know right now, but definitely ready to get going.
Nice. Hey, Jason, same thing that I kind of asked Eli. What was your initial reaction when you got the news that Supercross was going to be postponed, and where were you, and what were you doing, and were you kind of like Eli, holy cow, this is real?
Yeah, it was kind of crazy. We were actually on our way to the airport, and then got the news, and we were like, well, I guess it's kind of an off week, and we didn't know how long it was going to last at that point. And then come to find out, we're almost probably 3 weeks, a month later, and we're still chilling at home. But I'm just trying to I haven't been riding very much or even at all. Still doing the training, the gym and everything, and just hanging out with my roommates, trying not to go crazy.
I hear you. Yeah. I think we all are ready to get out and do a little bit. That's for sure. Eli, how have you been balancing your time on the bike? You guys you're in the points lead, Monster Energy Supercross Championship. You got a title that you want to defend coming up for Motocross Championship. I mean, this is kind of a question for all of you guys. I mean, I don't think you guys have ever been in this position, really. How do you balance your time between moto and Supercross? Are you all in on motocross, or are you sprinkling a little bit of Supercross to stay sharp? What does that look like?
I would say, I only was doing both after that first week. we were doing a little bit of moto and a little bit of Supercross. And then after that, when they really start, shutting stuff down, it's like, then I just, we took time off and then just stuck to moto riding. So that's where we're at this point. That's our feeling, is that if we're going to race, that's going to be the first thing for us. It'll be interesting to see, though, now if we, go ahead and race a few races in the fall, how we transition into that. That's something we won't really be used to, or we haven't done yet, is, having or riding Supercross, in September. Yeah.
Kenny, what do you think your mindset will be moving forward once the series gets back going? What do you think the biggest challenge is going to be when that happens, especially after so much time away from Supercross and then being in the middle like ET in a serious and intense Supercross championship?
Yeah, obviously it's odd. I mean, it's got to be odd for all of us after so long, such a long time off and coming back racing. We're all in the same boat, though. That's the thing. And, going back and forth. I mean, obviously going from riding Supercross to moto now and then back to Supercross, weird, but at the same time, depending on how many outdoor nationals there are going to be, we don't really know yet, right? But there's too many races. As of right now, let's say if they do 11 or 10, there's too many races to be like, oh, like the Supercross championship is coming up and I got to be ready for that. You can't show up 10 weekends and be careful out there. That doesn't really work either. So for right now, we're still so far out from racing that I haven't really given that even a thought yet. And I think, it's a good thing because, 2-3 weeks, whatever, leading up to the first race, there's plenty of time to get the mindset right to go racing.
That's good. Cooper, you're 29 points out of the lead. You got 7 rounds to go. What's your mindset on the championship once we get back going?
I mean, yeah,
I think we need to
know
right?
where we're going. Spill the beans, RC.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, if it's 7 races left and we got 7, I mean, like you said, I'm 29 back, so bit of a steep climb, but just take it race by race, go out there and, plug away. Like you said, I think for me, championship is, still what we'd like to have, but it's a little bit far-fetched. So just go out and try to plug away and do the best we can. I mean, it'd be sweet to hopefully get some wins and, carry that into the next season.
Right. Got you. Justin, so you're still right in there. Anything can happen. Definitely capable of winning way more races. You've shown a lot of great promise this season. What would you be happy with, and what would you not be happy with coming down and finishing out this season?
I think Daytona, where I was there, I was not happy with the, how I rode, how I felt, and my finish. 5th place. That's not where I want to be. So definitely, whenever we get back to Supercross, definitely want to be on the podium and get a few more wins. That would definitely be a happy season for me. And with points, see where we end up. How it goes, and how the other guys have races and things like that. There's so much stuff that can happen. But, all in all, I would definitely be happy with another race win or 2 and being on the podium a lot.
All right. Jason, so you said you've been in Florida on your time off, haven't been riding much. Tell us all what's happening with Team Fried, dude. You guys been being able to do any projects or what?
Yeah, Tom has all this footage that he's had since 2016 of everyone he filmed. So he's making like a little YouTube video, like a longer one. And then other than that, I haven't really been doing much. Tom's just been messing around. Been playing video games and card games and whatever it is to keep us busy. But yeah, on that front, we haven't really been doing too much, but just trying to still have fun and keep it light. But just honestly trying to figure out when next time we're going to ride to start taking this stuff serious again and see where it goes.
Hey, Kenny, would you say that the uncertainty through all of this has been the biggest issue or the biggest moving target, if you will, to, the uncertainty of not knowing when you're going racing and how many races are going to be left? And all that, would you say that's been the tough part?
Yeah, absolutely. And on top of that, you hear so many different I don't know if it's opinions or so many different rumors of what's really going to happen. I think it was a bigger deal, a few weeks ago when it was maybe a week later, and then they said it was going to be in like March or something like that. And then they pushed it to early April and whatnot. This was all still in the like near distance, I would say, but then it changed completely to June. And who knows if that's going to happen. It's the same thing. We just keep hearing that they might push that back too. And I honestly, but yeah, it's like you said, the most difficult part is the uncertainty of when it really will go ahead, because, you can take 8 weeks off and you could still be 3 months out from racing, or, if you take too much time off and then we start up again and you're under the gun, that kind of thing. So I think that it's just good to stay kind of like in between.
Gotcha. Eli, so you got a little one coming in 3 weeks. This break probably couldn't come at a better time for you. You having a boy, girl, for the people who don't know, what's coming your guys' way?
Yeah, we found out, so it's going to be a little girl. So
nice.
Definitely got the work cut out for me.
Nice. No doubt. And the parents are amped, your mom and dad, I bet they're excited, yeah?
Oh, they're jonesing. It's going to be the perfect excuse for my mom to run up to the house and probably drive us crazy, but she'll save us a lot of the time too.
There you go. Well, I appreciate it, guys. I know everybody is going to be happy to hear your guys' your voice, see you, and thank you for your time. I know you guys are busy. I know that you got to be putting in some work, even though you're not riding. But these people idolize you. They love hearing from you and seeing from you. And myself personally, we really appreciate the time today. And first and foremost, stay healthy and be well.
Thank you. Thanks, Darcy.
Thanks, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers.